Social capital is a way of building relationships, sharing resources, values, and opportunities.
Well, the way it has been explained to me is that it's a way of networking. So you have your base, and then you talk to other people. Let's say you want to go into medicine, you talk to other physicians to help you, like mentor you in the field that you want to be in.
Social capital means like connecting with the people, influence the people that you're around, the people that you're doing life with.
It is important for my kids to learn what social capital is because it will enable them to gain opportunities and also build relationships.
We as Black people, we don't do that. We kind of have a crab mentality when we're going up the ladder. Someone's going to pull you down, but we have to get out of that and push ourselves up. So the way to do that is through networking. I have students and I tell them that all the time. If you know someone that is possibly going into the field that you want to go into, reach out to them, talk to them.
It's important to teach my children because that they need to learn how to navigate in the world and the place that they're going to be living their life, and how to connect with people and talk with people and influence and glean from what others can give to them.
I started as a financial banker, and along the line I got tired of the job and I needed a change. So I got in contact with one of my friends. We went for a master's in cybersecurity, and an opportunity came for a cybersecurity training. She introduced me to the training. After the training, I was also introduced by someone else to a job opportunity. So I applied for the job, I got the job, and it's been 13 years.
I actually use it for my students. I have a little day where I actually sit with them and talk to them about networking. And they use me all the time. So even when they graduate, I have students that have graduated that still reach out to me because they understand the purpose of networking and being able to get into a certain hospital. Actually, one person that I taught applied to the hospital I was in, and she contacted me like, oh, they're not calling me back. I was like, I taught you about networking. You never told me about it. She had waited over a month and no one had called her. I made some phone calls that day. She got an interview and she's been working there for 3 years.
In my own career, I use social capital by connecting with my clientele, and they have influence and they have friends, and keeping the connections and making my clientele return, and I might be able to do something for another person.
It has impacted my child because Jesse's extroverted, and I know he loves meeting people. So social capital has helped him to build relationships, also, new opportunities that he never knew he could, have access to. He's been privy to, to those opportunities.
Well, Emmanuel seems very proactive. He's asking for some of his uncles and family members information, as well as neighbors. So he's actually using it. So I think that's great. And then he's only a freshman. So I think he's starting at a good time.
It's impacted her by her becoming more influential in what it is that she wants to do in life, and how she's connecting with others that are helping her to navigate what she wants to do and what she wants to become in her future.
Since he showed interest in business management, I plan to introduce him to a couple of my friends who are entrepreneurs, who are doing the same kind of business that he has shown interest in, and then he can also build relationships with them, and they can also introduce him to their relationships, and so forth and so on. It goes on like that.
Example, last night I met some guys that were from Wall Street, and Emmanuel loves doing stocks, and that's all they do. So I was getting information from them, try to get their card and phone numbers, so that way he can network. So I use it in that way, and I think that will help. Every time I meet someone, I'm gonna actually ask for their card if it benefits my son or myself.
I can help her by continuing to introduce her to people that I know and pointing her in the direction where I think she could go to get help or wisdom or gleaning for information to help her to do what it is that she's trying to do and what she's trying to accomplish.